we're the victims. They said that we can't walk home alone at night. And men are kind of simps, so they accepted this. They didn't put up a fight. And they said to believe all women. They said that men are toxic. They said that we're everything wrong with the world. Feminists are gonna get the freedom that they asked for, and it's gonna be out of this world. So there's a Pajit working on Wall Street at JP Morgan, that's what I believe. And he's telling a story that's obviously not true. Saying, my boss sexually assaulted me too. And all the men are looking at him. They're like, that's kind of gay. But I'm here to say, believe all men, believe all men. I'm telling you, let's do this till the end. Believe all men, believe all men. Ladies, you said you wanted to be equal, and this is no different. Here's what I gotta say. Look, it's easy to say that he's kind of gay, but really, this man is a hero for women to fall back. Men gotta do it back. So I say, here you go. Give him the money, Your Honor. Give him the money. They paid out so many women for no reason. Why can't a man get his bread? The end. Yes, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all. Hold on, I gotta flip it. We're gonna flip it here. Please ignore the ladder in the background. Yeah. What's up, guys? All right. We're gonna do a chill show to start because it's been like 10 days since I've done live. So I'm going to read your comments, and then I'll get into the news. I'll get into the show, and I'll even do call-ins. Iggy Azalea told Neon she isn't with the man and broke up with Playboy Cardi because they don't make enough for a 50-50 split. To date her, you need to make an extra $50 million to avoid her lifestyle. Well, she can want what she wants. I wish her luck in getting it. You know what I mean? It might be harder than you think to get that, but hey, shoot for the stars. Why not? You know what I mean? It's like, you might as well. I don't think this outfit is working with the sweater. I feel like... So a couple updates. The last few days I've been filming our divorce documentary. So thank you guys all for supporting me the last few years. It's been hell on earth getting this thing out. I've been kicked off of a bajillion platforms. And if you want to support, feel free to use the GoFundMe in the description because honestly, when I fundraised for this, I didn't even pay myself. Isn't that I'm doing volunteer work, but that's all right. That's okay because I really felt indebted to my audience. I got to get this documentary out. So here's some pictures. We're gonna. We had a whole TV crew there. It was really cool. So this is one of the guys that did it. This outfit was a complete mistake. When I went outside, it was like warm out, and I froze to death in this outfit. Oh my God, I froze like to death. This was a divorce lawyer that came on. The Parental Alienation Project. I forgot this guy's name, but he was good too. Hold on. There's me. For the fashionistas on here, I just felt like this was a little too much black. I wish I brought white tights, but you know, it was like a 2-week period. I also ran my half marathon, if anyone cares. I did I think I did like 10, 20 miles, which is kind of slow. But you know what? It was close enough to actually being fast, which I consider 8 to 10 is like you're kind of a runner. That I thought I was done with these half marathons. I'm like, I'm done with it. But now I'm like, ooh, I think I'm kind of good at this, you know. Terrence Popp was my favorite interview. I love Terrence. I'm such a Terrence stan. There's me. This was another outfit disaster. Again, when I left, it was warm, and apparently I just don't learn my lesson. So I was freezing. If anyone feels like donating, you can super chat today or you know. But yeah, so this was money we donated. If you want to get involved too, look, we want to make multiple of these. So the first documentary is What's in It for Men Divorce, but I want to do military next. And if you want to get involved, you can email me just pearlythings@gmail.com. We might do some like events and dinners to like raise money and stuff. I don't know. It depends what the people want, but ideally this is going to be done in August. And I was thinking I'm going to release it on Valentine's Day, but then I'm like, do you know what? I might want to get it out faster because I got to make the money back. This is my first one. You guys got to bear with me. You know what I mean? You got to bear with me. If anyone wants to, actually email Doug. He's a lot more responsive than me. He's a lot more responsive than me. I put the link in the description. Let's see what else is up here. Oh, my enemies always take out themselves. So I want to talk about how you can tell that these trad e-girls are full of shit. I think I forgot. Actually, first, so these were interviews I did with the general public asking men what they get out of marriage. I was freezing. I have to complain. I hate being cold. Here's another one. Paul Elam was in it. This is another divorce lawyer. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But anyways, I knew this girl was full of shit based on women. I can always tell that they're going to get divorced by how mean they are to me for no reason and how triggered they get easily, because you have to think if a woman gets triggered, right, by me, I'm a stranger on the internet. There's no way you treat your husband better. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way. There's no way in hell. So this woman claimed she was traditional, and she was saying she was so much better than me because she was a virgin. And you know, Sarah Stock did that to me as well. So I'm like, good luck, ladies. And then it turns out she's a whore too. So she got divorced, and apparently her husband's trying to take custody. So
God values women. He loves his daughters. He doesn't endorse their harm in the name of order, authority, or marriage. I don't know about you, but I can no longer align with the trad movement as it exists today. I'm still a Christian. I still believe in family values. I still believe men and women are different by design and that those differences can be absolutely beautiful. But I no longer believe in extreme gender role.
So again, what women are saying is, I want to obey when I feel like it. And I always can tell a woman has never practiced obedience in her life, right? I can always tell because they make it sound too good. They make it sound like way too good. They're like, oh, it's amazing and I love being obedient. I'm like, bitch, that's like talking about the gym and saying I love working out. It's so special and awesome. You kind of look at the ninjas like, do you even work out? That's obedience. It's not fun all the time, right? How many guys, I know there's a few married men that watch my show. How many of you women have been obedient, and at the time you just wanted to kill a ninja, right? You just wanted to kill him. You're like, I want my way. I want my way. I want my way. And you have to like be cool and just say, I trust him. He's going to figure it out. That's a terrible way to live. That's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. And then in the long run, things are better, right? You spend less money, you're less fat. If you eat like him, like if you kind of do what he says, your life does get better in the long haul. But you got to be honest, sometimes it sucks. It's terrible. I'd give examples in my personal life, but I don't want them used against me later. But I'll tell you, there have been times where it's like, and I can speak from experience, I'll really want my way. I'm a stubborn gal. And it's like, you gotta, and in the moment it feels wrong. You're like, oh, I'll give him his way. And then later you're like, wow, he was actually right about this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all women. We fight. We have this evil in us, all of us, me as well. And that's why I just know when women talk about submission and obedience, you guys aren't like doing it, you know?
Especially when they're wrapped in spiritual language and used to justify control, silence, or harm. What I initially thought was a return to strong family values has, in many cases, devolved into just control, legalism, and an online ideal that doesn't hold up in real life. At times, it has become indistinguishable from the current wave of the red pill manosphere. Maybe it was...
And again, how they react to the manosphere is how they react to their husbands when they don't disagree. Pearl, I want a woman to be respectful, honest, loyal, faithful. You guys' problem is the only thing. Women, off the bat, we are going to be rude, bitchy, and terrible. All of us. We are raised in a feminist society by terrible mothers. These boomer mothers are not these great mothers like they pretend to be. They're actually awful. And the only way you get a good wife is if you make one. So all you can do is tell her what to do, and she either listens or she doesn't, right? She either listens or she doesn't listen. That's it. But if you think you're going to find a girl that is born good and has been raised to be a what, look, you're not going to find it.
Always this way. And if my past content contributed to that, I am so genuinely sorry. I really believed back then that it was the fix I was looking for. I thought it would save marriages and glorify God, but I've seen that it can actually cause more harm. Extreme gender role ideology can normalize.
Translation. I failed my burden of performance as a wife. I couldn't do it.
Suffering and excuse harmful behavior.
I could have told you this girl was not in a good marriage because she was just posting way too much.
All while calling it submission. So if any belief system creates a power imbalance that puts women or anyone in a position of fear, isolation, or total dependence, I reject it. I don't care what label it uses, traditional, based, or even Christian. God doesn't ask women to endure mistreatment. God values women. He loves his daughters. He doesn't endorse their harm in the name of order, authority, or marriage. And if rejecting them,
at least Pearl is honest and make a wife. So basically weird science or strat for wives. No, I mean, you got to tell her what to do. It's, you know, part of it, honestly, and I'm going to be more balanced today. Part of it's the men, right? Men never correct their women and they're not honest with themselves about how they feel. So like, I'll see these wives posted on social media. The husbands, like, you know, these guys don't like it, but it's too much work to argue. It's too much work to correct them. And a lot of times they just don't feel like it. Like, not all men are meant to lead women. Some men, like women, do not want to follow. Just is what it is, you know, just like not all men are meant to lead companies. You know, not all men are meant to be married. Some men have just a talent with getting women to follow them, where they like honestly deserve like 3 baby mamas or wives. You know what I mean? So it's, really, and most men don't have a program. Like, what's your program? If a woman's coming into your program, what are you guys eating? What's her day-to-day roles and responsibilities? What are you doing? What is she doing? Do you have practice maintaining frame in a relationship and not giving her way, correcting her? These are skills. These are tools, right? And Most people don't have them. Just like, and by the way, women are way worse. So like whatever men's relationship skills are, women's are worse. So I'm not trying to like, but I'm just being honest, most men are sick.
That version of trad makes me controversial, then so be it.
These women. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, what else do we got today? Oh, I'm gonna react to one of my followers' videos today. Let's see. Where is his video? Oh, here we go. To start the show, we're gonna pull these up. Okay. And then I'll get into the actual show. All right. So this is from Gray Lamb, really smart guy, came on the show. And was talking about how the history behind slavery is just not accurate. So we're gonna listen to his videos.
UN General Assembly passed a resolution sponsored by the government of Ghana to label slavery, not all slavery, mind you, just the transatlantic slave trade, the gravest crime against humanity. It was heavily endorsed by the current Secretary General, a socialist. Accusing others of misdeeds is easier than confronting one's own, and what they call the global north is an easy scapegoat simply because it is very self-critical. It has sacrificed hundreds of thousands of lives fighting its own citizens for other people. Young men went from their hovels on the streets of Portsmouth or New York to die of malaria along the African coast or in a swamp in Georgia for a people that they barely had any familiarity with. It is natural that the descendants of such people endure such criticisms as the UN's well. The truth, however, is very different.
Dear UN, you can sponsor a resolution, but you can't change the truth. Part 2.
Put forward the question, it is high time to do so. What exactly has Africa sacrificed for the global north? For centuries, its ships of Barbary pirates alongside the Ottomans and Tartars in Eastern Europe ravaged us. They struck all along the coasts of Spain, Italy, Portugal, and France, as well as not uncommonly Britain and Iceland. Northern Europe, however, overall was spared the worst of such brutality, and it thrived, whereas in Southern and Eastern Europe, populations declined and stagnated. Think about that not just once, but in each generation, enough children are dying so that those populations remain millions short. African slaves in the Americas Heights show that they were better fed than both free Africans and Southern Europeans at the time. Meanwhile, the trade of the Barbary pirates enriched Africa. Salt from the coast mined with stolen European iron was traded for gold throughout West Africa. Such trade was the source of West Africa's great wealth. In Central Africa, cowries from the Muslim towns of the Indian Ocean coast spread throughout the Congo, modern Angola, Zimbabwe, and elsewhere. They were the prime currency there. In exchange, the Indian Ocean coast towns got ivory and leopard skins, which they sold to Ottomans who lived off the wealth of the Balkans. Who in this African world, I might ask, was empathizing with Europeans? Where were the abolitionists there? The great black scholars of Timbuktu wrote calligraphy and feasted, saying nothing of the cruelty around them. This was in the past, but consider what you do now.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Consider the global South's present.
Kind of interesting to hear his statistics on how, like, I don't know, things are not exactly, like, they don't talk about history accurately.
Since the abolition of slavery in Western Europe and the U.S., only one group of nations in the global north has held people in bondage during peacetime on the grounds of their birth, rather than anything they have done, the Eastern Bloc. I am Jewish, but even Hitler waited until he had the excuse of World War II to fill his camps up with much more than dissidents and perceived habitual criminals. The Soviets and the neighbors, however, confined people in their collective farms until 1974 or later. African communist nations like Ethiopia and Tanzania followed in their lead. North Korea and China still do. It has been many years since the last Uyghur terrorist attack on Chinese soil, but the camps remain. People in the global north are under no illusions. It could be us in those camps one day. Currently, the RSF militia in the Sudan has a horrible reputation, which is well-deserved. It appears to have obliterated the city of El Fasher. Virtually all of its citizens, without distinction of race, age, or gender, have been killed or dragged off into bondage. European armies haven't committed such ancient-style city sacks since the 16th century. They have burned cities and kicked the people out, but nothing like this. The United Arab Emirates has been the one providing the RSF with arms. The liberal media might try to blame the U.S. by association since the U.S. trades with the UAE. However, the UAE doesn't export U.S. arms to the Sudan. The U.S. forbids it from doing so. Instead, it is Chinese weapons that the UAE is offering the RSF. And yet, ask yourselves how many African nations aided the Eastern Bloc in the Cold War. Why do many African countries now applaud their relationship with China under the banner of South-South relations? The rhetoric is always the same: take down the rich people and rich nations. Nations don't benefit mutually, but only by taking from each other. That is the philosophy that comes up again and again in the global South. I am not claiming everyone there believes it, but it has become far too powerful. This philosophy is a lie and inherently hateful. I shall explain how in later videos. For now, I am going to call for our president to demand an official apology from Ghana and all its allies at the UN. Any who agree with me, please look for the link in the description below for a petition to request the president demand an official apology from the nations who have made this declaration. Subscribe to my channel as well, for I have a lot more to share with those who...
Kind of interesting. Go here. Dear liberal, a reprimand to unreasonable people on both sides of the gender debate.
2. Liberal women. Dear liberal women, you have many things to be upset about. Women around the world are abused in cruel ways by men. Men aren't always caring husbands to their wives. I ask you, however, for your patience and attention when I place some issues before you. Women are often angry that they do a disproportionate amount of housework. The thing we have to consider is who has higher cleanliness demands. A study done in 2024
Oh no, I know where this is going.
shows that even single women do more housework than single men. What this shows is that women
Are messier.
have higher desires for cleanliness
And we're messier.
than men do. Thus, for instance, men may be content to let clothes sit for another day, whereas women insist on washing them right now.
I think it's too that women are messier.
Both couples benefit from cleanliness, but only up to a certain limit. Ladies, let's say for a moment you were married to everyone's famous obsessive-compulsive detective, Adrian Monk. No doubt he would be cleaning things excessively, probably more than you would. Moreover, picture him shaming you for not meeting his standard of cleanliness. That is how men feel sometimes. I don't ask women not to nag their husbands. We are all human after all. Scolding wives are nothing new in history. They are mentioned in writing from ancient times. I would, however, ask that you try not to go too far with it. Marriage reportedly increases the life expectancies of both genders. However, men whose wives chronically nagged them had a lower life expectancy than those who didn't. On a separate issue, while it is understandable that you are angry about abuse and its lack of prosecution, you really should consider the question of why it usually isn't prosecuted. A lot of the physical fighting between couples involves mutual violence. In fact, in cases where only one person is the abuser, it is more likely to be the woman. When given the choice between prosecuting both or prosecuting neither, police often choose neither. Rape is a serious issue which is plaguing our world. It is difficult to prosecute not necessarily because of poor intent on the part of the court system, but because of the lack of physical evidence left behind. Property crime is even less likely to be prosecuted when it is brought to police attention. By blaming our legal system as opposed to the individuals who commit these heinous acts, liberal women give us a strong impression. You seem to want the law to allow women to lay hands on men without consequences and to believe women automatically. I don't want to believe that that is what you desire. Liberals also often say that they dislike mass incarceration in the U.S. I humbly urge you, therefore, to come up with reasonable ways our legal system can prosecute the guilty and protect the innocent while still ensuring that the rights of everyone are protected.
Kind of interesting. If you guys want to subscribe, it's Gray Lamb here on YouTube. So kind of interesting. Good. It's doing well. All right. Okay, guys. All right. So today's topic, I actually think that we have a new hero on our hands. Yes. I think women have asked for men to be emotionally available. And women have asked for men to stop being abusive, to stop, sexually exploiting women. And to be fair, I do think there have been problems in history, right? I mean, we can admit that, Weinstein, I do believe most of those women were consensual, if not all. Let's keep it a buck. That's wrong, right? You can't have people like sleeping with each other for jobs, right? We can all agree that's not fair. If anything, that's not fair to the women that don't sleep with their boss for work. So I looked up some of the feminist positions. Now they said that one of their grievances is sexual violence. It's widespread. They say it's systemic. They said it's rooted in patriarchy and male power imbalances. They frame harassment as tools of male dominance that perpetuate women's subordination. High-profile cases like Weinstein show how powerful men in the workplace are. Hollywood political figures, and other fields exploit women, whoredom. Vulnerability. They're vulnerable, not whoredom. I didn't say that. No, I would never say that. The Moment highlighted that this wasn't bad apples, but apparently it's normalized behavior of unequal power imbalances. And, I think to some degree we can all accept that. Obviously Weinstein was a powerful guy and he had a lot of power in Hollywood. And requiring women to sleep with him for roles is not correct, right? That's not the correct thing to do. It's immoral. But I would think that feminists would also say that female bosses sleeping with their male employees is also a power imbalance. It's also a power imbalance, but we'll get to that later. They wanted to break the silence and stop the victim blaming and the shaming. Survivors, the whores. Survivors. I did not. Oh, I didn't. Shut up. I didn't say it. My bad. I'm sorry. Survivors were urged to speak out and say you're not alone. #MeToo. It countered narratives that blamed victims. You can't ask questions like, what are you wearing? Why didn't you report sooner? Or did you voluntarily stick his dick in your mouth? My bad. My bad. I didn't say that. It empathized empathy, healing, and shifting shame onto the perpetrators and enabling the systems. Early education on consent was a key demand. Now, next, they asked us to believe women. They said, women, we need to take these allegations seriously. All these whores, women, have been saying that they've been, being taken advantage of for millennia. Testimonies should be presumed to be credible. especially given the barriers of reporting, fear of retaliation, lack of evidence, and institutional cover-ups. But I'd imagine that when women are in positions of power, we would accept the same thing. So believe women. This moment challenged high proof standards and protected the powerful, and argued that public accountability filled gaps where law failed. So the idea is we shouldn't have to use law enforcement, but we should be able to just tell our stories on social media, have everybody clap, and hold the men accountable. We could see this in Johnny Depp. We could see this in the Harvey Weinstein case. Put in the chat any other court cases you could think of. What's his face? That Supreme Court judge. Intersectionality and inclusivity. Originator Tarana Burke centered Black women, girls of color, and marginalized communities. Many feminists push for the movement to address how race, class, sexualities, and other factors shape experiences of violence. Though critics within feminism noted it sometimes centered white, high-profile voices. They demanded structural change, not just individual stories. Beyond naming and shaming, calls included better workplace policies, legal reforms, sexual harassment laws, cultural shifts in masculinity and consent, and resources for survivors. Now, Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, that's another one. Now, my opinion is that conservatives are simps. And the reason conservatives are simps is because they keep demanding women be traditional. And I think this is the ultimate simpery. And I know on paper it sounds nice. But when women are traditional in a modern concept text, all it is sending men to the slaughterhouse. Because what happens is they're on the hook for child support. They're on the hook for alimony. They're on the hook for Steven Crowder and his ex-wife. There's another. So it's really saying women, even though you guys demanded to be modern women, you guys are behaving in a modern way, we're still going to give you the benefits of traditionalism. What kind of simping is that? So what I say, the way to solve feminism is to let it solve itself. Ladies, you get the freedom you asked for. Women said they want to pick their own husbands. We want freedom of choice in sexuality. Well, I say, so be it. And women keep banging criminals, drug dealers, getting STDs. Women are catching AIDS now. The gays have entered the chat. They gave us an STD. You know what I mean? Women said that they wanted to direct movies. And so Weinstein said, I'm going to jail. Here you go, ladies. Enjoy the franchise. Women ruined Star Wars. So women are going to keep getting money for doing nothing and ruining it, wasting it. Women keep getting the opportunities of a lifetime. Like the director of marketing at Bud Light, opportunity of a lifetime, had the great idea of giving a beer to a tranny, right? Transgender person who was so amazing and special and awesome, YouTube. Nothing against you guys. Ha ha. Women said, I want to accuse people of things that will ruin their careers. Well, then you are now going to have to take their jobs, ladies. And now men are going to falsely accuse you. Women are going to be put on child support. Women are going to be the new middle class, where men that sell to women are the upper class, and men that do the dirty and dangerous jobs are going to be the lower class. Women are going to be middle class, make more money than lower class men, and still end up with less because of our terrible spending habits. Women said they wanted to work like men, and now we're chained to our laptops. Men that view women as people, right? Say, okay, that's what you want. Here you go, ladies. Good luck. and let them deal with the consequences. Conservative men want to say, yes, I'm going to pay for everything, regardless of how you treat me, regardless of what you do. They're the biggest simps. If anything, the liberal guys that do this open stuff, I'd argue are less simpy, right? Because who's cucked? A man who's in an open relationship and out cucking his wife like Destiny? Or Crowder who's divorced and paying $30K a month to his ex-bitch while she bangs another guy? You know what I mean? So today, I am going to show you the solution to feminism. And that's believe all men and let men be emotionally available. We've said, men, you have the toxic masculinity. Let's be emotionally available. Let's let them emote. Let's let the men speak their truth.
Caitlin.
We're gonna react to this.
And
yeah,
you are too funny because this story, we just talked about it, did not cross your social feeds, which says, this actually speaks well of your character, that your algorithm knows that this story is just not for Caitlin Cody.
Isn't that funny?
All right,
Yeah,
we're talking, we're kicking up. We like to talk about our trender stories.
Yeah.
You know, one of the big ones over the weekend. This bombshell sex harassment suit against the woman on the right, later branded a complete fabrication by the man right
on the
there.
Left, man on the right.
Man.
Let's clarify.
Oh man.
So you got these two guys, right? Now, sorry, these two people. Now, this guy on the right accused the girl on the left of sexually harassing him. And these claims were kind of crazy. Okay, these claims saying that she made him as like Indian sex slave. Okay. So he detailed graphic descriptions in the complaint of repeated non-consensual sexual acts, describing as turning him into a sex slave, drugging him, using racial slurs like little brown boy Indian, comments about his wife's ethnicity, career threats, saying, I fucking own you, and uninvited visits to his apartment. Anonymous witnesses claiming incidents like her showing up naked and inviting the witness to a threesome in September of 2024, plus other encounters of her being handsy at a concert. Rana's own affirmation citing PTSD supported by a later from a psychotherapist referencing his reported systems. He's had insomnia. He's claimed he has ample evidence. However, there was an internal JP Morgan investigation. They reviewed emails, phone recordings, devices, and interviewed colleagues, and they found zero evidence. And Rana allegedly refused to cooperate or provide key facts and details, while Hajdini, which is the woman, fully cooperated. They were colleagues, not in direct reporting line. And they had different managing directors. She says it's a complete fabrication. Her lawyer states she never engaged in any inappropriate conduct and has never been to the location where the sexual assault supposedly took place. Now, apparently there's some credibility issues with this guy, apparently. He faked his father's death in 2024 to get 3 months of paid leave. And apparently he had a chatbot conversations and described very similar allegations, but referred to the perpetrator as he. He claimed he had ample evidence. And he attempted a multi-million-dollar settlement negotiation with JP Morgan before suing. There's no evidence. JP Morgan's probe provides the most substantive documentary so far and found nothing. The case has sparked intense debate online. while viewing it as a potential Me Too false allegation. Others note that a civil suits can proceed with lower burdens of proof. There remains an active lawsuit. So let's play the rest of this clip 1 second. See if there's anything I missed.
Yeah.
So, Caitlin, this was the only way I can compare it would be like 50 Shades of Grey, only gender reversal. Okay, so he accused his boss.
But they weren't in love.
No. He
Shades
said
of
it
Grey
was
thing.
like a absolutely wild. I mean, the what was in this lawsuit against her took the internet by storm. So that was step one of this story. I mean, full disclosure, I was hearing about this from several text messages.
No way.
Did you hear about
No
this,
way.
Ponce? Did you? Okay, so that was step one.
Okay.
This was like late last week.
Lawsuit.
Then it comes, the lawsuit,
Okay.
his against her.
Yes.
And we're just think 50 Shades of Grey, genders reversed, right? Only in a harassing way, not good, like
Yeah,
not consensual.
sure.
All right. Then it comes out this guy's lawsuit was a complete fabrication. So
How did they find that out?
listen, I haven't read the complaint myself, but
Yeah.
they are now saying this is a complete fabrication. He's a disgruntled former employee of JP Morgan, and now he's going to get completely sued by her because now there are like in today's world of the
interwebs,
internet, if the
yeah.
interwebs are insane right now. So like countless AI videos and just like
Gross.
it's spun out of control.
Ew.
And so now the
lady.
script is flipped, and this poor woman has had her life turned completely upside down by what is purported
Okay,
to be
no.
a complete fabrication.
Listen, I think she's going to come out on top, obviously, because Chase has to protect her now.
Oh yeah.
Because her name has been smeared by
Yes.
this man.
Yes.
And he is going to be destroyed.
Oh, he's gonna be
in the
destroyed.
comment section of anything that is posted. And people out there, you guys, you are hilarious. Like, social media for me is just going straight to the comments because
I know.
what people come up with is so funny.
And then you add AI to that, and it spins out of control.
Wow.
So like you cannot put this air back in the balloon, sir.
Now I've got to read the details of this.
So again, let's go back to the feminist arguments, right? The woman was in a position of power. We need to break the silence and stop victim blaming. We need to urge men to speak up and show that they're not alone. We can't ask, why didn't you report sooner? We can't ask for the facts or what was he wearing? I mean, he came to, oh, okay, just because women can't control themselves looking at a man in a suit. We're going to ask, what were you wearing? Maybe, are the ladies saying he was asking for it? We must acknowledge that sexual violence is widespread and systemic. It's rooted in patriarchy and power imbalances. I mean, this is a tool of female dominance that are in positions of power. We need to take these allegations seriously and believe men. There's many barriers to reporting: fear of retaliation, lack of evidence, institutional cover-ups. And we have had a full movement that challenged high proof standards. Why does he need proof? Let's focus on accountability over due process concerns in public discourse. Perpetrators should face professional, social, and sometimes legal consequences. The focus on naming abusers is to spark broader change. And remember, she's white passing. He's brown. So we cannot question his story. He's brown. She's white. He's brown. She's whiter. She's browner. Therefore, free. Now, the next story we're going to talk about with these issues. So really, I think that this man is a hero amongst men, speaking out about the injustices and the power imbalances that are against men in this country. And if you don't believe him, you are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. So the next story we're going to talk about has to do with the sugar baby era. Now, apparently, women have been doing sex work to get into high-powered positions. Sugar baby. Wait, hold on. Sugar baby White House. Hold on. All right. The sugar baby government accusation refers to the April 26th scandal involving Juliana Varvaro, a 29-year-old deputy assistant secretary for counterterrorism at the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, in the Trump administration. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. What did she look like? Not what she was wearing. What does she look like? Completely different question. So we got this Latina broad right here. Okay. Can you guys see? Oh, I forgot to share it. Okay, so this broad. An ex-boyfriend, a divorced businessman, filed a complaint with DHS Inspector General. He claimed Varvaro used dating apps, including a profile on Seeking under the name Alicia, to seek wealthy older men to fund her lavish lifestyle. Robert alleged that he spent $30,000 to $40,000 on her over a few months. Luxury dinners, trips to Aruba, Italy, and Switzerland, gifts, rent help. He said that the relationship turned sour when he refused further payments, and she ended it. He described it as a transactional sugar baby prostitution dynamic rather than a genuine romance. As a high-ranking counterterrorism official with access to sensitive information, the allegations raised questions about potential conflicts of interest, unreported income, vulnerability to compromise, and ethics violations. Varvaro was placed on administrative leave shortly after the Daily Mail broke the report in late April 2026, and the DHS launched an internal investigation. She strongly denied having a Seeking profile or engaging in a sugar arrangement. She describes the claims as coming from a disgruntled ex after a normal relationship turned sour. She insists she did nothing wrong. Reports emerged that Varvaro had a close relationship, possibly romantic, with Trump aide Paul Ingrassia, who allegedly helped her get a job. She reportedly called him Big Daddy Boss in messages. She had previously filed, then withdrew a sexual harassment complaint against him. The story has been highly politicized, with debates over hypocrisy, security risks in the Trump administration. The case remains under investigation as of early 2026. Now, again, people said that he should have just taken the L. What kind of man, when a relationship goes south, why would an old guy think that? My bad. Why would an old guy think that a woman that looks like that was taking him seriously? And, that was my thought at first. It was like, okay, my guy, you just got to take this L. We've all, taken L's in life. And you should just eat it. But Doug MPA actually had a thought, and I'm going to give him the mic to talk about his thoughts. Because he had to take on this story. My initial reaction was, how much? That's such an L. How could you take an L like that? But, Doug MPA opened my eyes to the state of this country and the harassment that men go through. Doug MPA, tell me your take on this story.
Hey, so I love this, right? So especially the I mean, people were putting it in the chat. The fact that it's an Indian guy with that making accusations against that one lady is just like the icing on the cake.
Hey, he's brown, she's whiter. I don't know what she's white, but she's whiter. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. White women fought for these false allegations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, he is telling the truth.
Yeah,
he's brown. We had a whole BLM march.
Exactly.
We believe the brown guy.
Yeah, he's a person of color. He's from a marginalized group. Right?
Believe all men.
Yeah.
If you don't believe him, you are part of the rape culture in this country.
Exactly. You're trying to perpetuate a culture of sexual what's it called? Anyway, sexual exploitation. That's what it is.
What if men don't feel safe walking around women at work?
Yeah, exactly.
What if they're sexualized because they're in suits? Bitches love suits.
Yeah. I mean, once again, because he came forward, imagine how many other men are going to come forward. He set it an example for the men who have been taken advantage of everywhere. The thousands of men who are too afraid to report what's going on in the workplace. You know?
That's true.
Yeah. So the 29-year-old girl, okay, guys. So first off, she was the assistant deputy director for counterterrorism at Homeland Security. 29 years old. Gee, how did she get that job, guys? Put it in the chat.
Her work ethic.
Of course. Her accolades, achievements.
I mean, there's a lot of achievements in Gluck 9000. You know what I mean? I mean, that's an achievement in itself.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, so that's a politically appointed position, I think it is. And you can look it up. Those positions start at a lot of money. So she's 29, clearing a whole lot of money, and she wasn't satisfied. So they did a discovery and found that she paid for her college through sugaring. Right? And so she gets with this guy, right? And this guy owns an IT company that gets over $67 million in government contract money each year. So he's in his 50s, she's 29, right? And so I was talking to some other women at my day job about this, right? And they're like, I can't believe he said anything. He should have just taken the L. Because guys, once again, if a man does anything, okay, if a woman rejects a man and a man does anything besides walk away and take it on the chin, he's seen as a creep, all sorts of stuff.
Weirdo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But women, there's a double standard, and so women want closure, but men aren't entitled to any of it. So I said, look, this guy, he didn't go to the police. He didn't do a civil suit. He just said his truth. Mm-hmm. Women feel entitled to say their truth, right? We see it on TikTok and Instagram all the time, right? So he said his truth to her boss, right?
How many women have done that in America?
Exactly.
Women
right?
tell their truth to their boyfriends' bosses all the time.
Yeah. Yes. Women get men fired. You have single mothers who will be so mad at the baby's father who owes them child support or they got divorced, owes him alimony, and will get their ex-husband or their boyfriend fired so he can't pay alimony and child support because she's mad. Right? So he said his truth. And guys, remember, women want men to open up, share their feelings, not have things bottled up inside, right? So we should see more of this. Guys, say your truth. if you have a situation where a woman scoos you over, go to her job, tell her friends, tell her family what she did. Because once again, guys, men, we used to turn the other cheek. We used to try to take the high road, but women call that misogyny and patriarchy. Once again, women want us to open up, say what's on our mind, say our feelings. Go for it, guys.
And guys, there's a link. If you want to talk about if you want to open up and speak your truth on the matter and talk about, should we call him a saint also?
Both these guys.
Yeah, we should call
Saint Sugar Daddy and Saint Pajit.
Should I say his name? That's real. Okay, well, you know what? Rana, Saint Rana.
Yeah.
Rana, if you want to come on the channel and speak your truth, you can come on, and I'll give him the nicest interview ever. It'll be like, how did you manage with this tough issue?
Yeah. It just one more time, guys. This is what women wanted. And actually, here's the thing, guys. Feminism, we're in the great experiment where feminists painted history that women in positions of power are going to find out that women can do evil things. Okay, I'm sorry. Women think that men were doing things because we were in positions of power and we were men. But the same thing is going to happen when women take these positions. They're going to become CEOs, military commanders, lawyers, doctors, and the same crazy stuff is going to happen to them from other women, let alone men. Yeah. So this is what they asked for.
Lizzo got falsely accused also. Katy Perry, or allegedly. You know what? No, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that was my patriarchal or matriarchal programming, right? Why didn't I believe the victim? Stupid. Oh my god, stupid.
I know. You got to be progressive, Pearly. Come on now. You got to move forward with your thinking. Come on.
Oh my god, my bad. I'm so sorry. I mean, now I know Sean wants to speak his truth and be emotionally available to the people. Welcome to the show, Sean.
What's going on?
So what do you tell me about your truth, right? Let's do you want to pretend to be the Indian guy?
How would
that HR call?
Yeah.
If you were the Indian guy and you had to talk to HR about the allegations, how would that conversation go? Let's say a woman were harassing you at work, Sean. How would that conversation go? Pretend we're HR.
Hey, excuse me, Jane. Do you have a moment to talk?
Let's go. I do. Come on in, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you for taking your time today to talk to me. I do want to talk about a matter that's personal, super sensitive. But after consulting with my therapist, my psychiatrist and psychologist, and my mother, and my grandmother, I wanted to talk about this.
Thank
I had
you.
a situation. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Thank you so much for coming in and
Excuse me, can you pass the Kleenex? Kleenex, please.
there you go.
We can see this hard. This is hard for you, Sean. Thank you for being so brave.
See, I'm a little bit distraught about this. It's been eating me up. I want to talk about my boss. In a situation where they decided to use their power, their privilege, to impose their will upon me. You know me as a blackie. Being exploited by certain people in the system really hurts me a lot. And I wanted to tell you about some sexual harassment allegations that I have against someone who's working here. And this is my reality and this is my truth. And I'm standing up to say something about it because it hurt me and my family, my wife, and our relationship. She called me names. She said that she used me as a brownie, as her lackey, as a token black man. And it's been devastating for my entire existence, my culture, my community. It just means I wanted to just file a complaint and go through the proper process in order to get my story and my truth out there, because this has been eating me up. This is a hostile environment for me. And if you could just please assist with that, I would be appreciative in that matter. I have spoken to law enforcement about this. They laughed me out the building, but I will go back and tell my story.
In order to file the complaint, we need some details of what allegedly happened.
I'm going to need my emotional support dog on this one.
I mean,
I'm going to need my service dog.
you can bring your service dog. That's fine.
Thank you. I think I'll get my service dog and we can come back and have this conversation. And can I bring my mother?
Yeah, you can bring your mom. Why not? Whatever helps you heal.
Thank you, Jane. I hope this is confidential between us and this won't be spread across the office or anyone else.
Of course not.
Okay, I'm going to go get my dog and then I'll be back. Boom! That's how you started. Now, the only reason I didn't finish it, Pearl, is because I want you to go in the office and talk and tell everybody so then I can sue you for even more money. I know you're going to say something. So you're going to tell a couple people, you're going to send off an email, and it's a chain reaction, and I'm going to sue.
So Sean, what do you think about the two cases? The guy that got by the sugar baby, and then the India guy. Do you think that this should start a trend of men telling their truths?
Yeah, for sure. I'm with it. And so I think, like, if you go to South Korea, it was, right? Like, the girls got all feminists on them, and then the guys just launched the same allegations back to feminists. And then it kind of, like, neutralized the whole type of wave. Because they were like, oh, you're going to do that to us? Okay, we're going to do the same to you. Yep. And then that was just how they won the war. And I would say for the women part, the woman that was the sugar baby, right? Like, I don't think you added this part, Doug. Like, bro, she has a top secret security clearance. And I don't know if a lot of viewers understand what that actually means. Like, it's out of order for you to be a prostitute or be a part of the prostitution. Like, you can't do any of that with a top secret security clearance. You have vulnerabilities for blackmail. It leads to coercion. You got a lack of, judgment and discretion. So I don't even know why they're doing an investigation. Anybody else would have got their security clearance yanked and would have got fired ASAP Rocky, because that's a criminal conduct right there when you hold a top secret security clearance. It might be okay when you're out here on the strip doing it, but as somebody in that position that holds access to top secret security clearance, just imagine the type of exposure that has, where somebody can come in and infiltrate the government and the information that they have because of that leak. So that's exactly super dangerous.
Yep. And guys, this guy's not his company isn't losing anything. It's up to her to not be a compromised representative of the government, not the other way around.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the guy. She holds a top secret security clearance. So it's like, even in top secret security, you got to report people you date. You got to report people. And as you just said, I think somebody said the income is not being reported. So all of this is not good, because just imagine if it was a hostile nation that made that compromise, and then they would have exclusivity to her, compromising photos that they're willing to release So it creates leverage. So that's a big violation. But as somebody said, she might have got the job with questionable dealings.
Gluck Gluck 9000.
Insane, dude.
All right.
But-
Mark, in order to come on the show, you must come to HR and give your report. and then you can give your take on the story. So Mark, this is Human Resources. We got a panel here. This is my colleague Sean and Doug MPA. We're here to listen to your complaint.
Hold on, let me consult my horoscope first. Oh, it's a good day. Let me make sure I took my daily dose of antidepressants so I don't have anxiety while talking about this.
So give us a lowdown as to what happened, because we've been hearing rumors about something happening on your side of the floor. So what's been going on?
It was very personal. It's very touchy. I don't want to talk about it too much, but advances were made that I wasn't comfortable about.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, Doug. Can you please stop laughing in this interview? This is very serious. Mark, I'm
sorry about that.
Oh, this is so much fun. Advances were made.
Mm-hmm.
Threats of denial of promotion were implied. Well, maybe not implied, but overtly stated. And I'm concerned that if I speak out, I won't have my position anymore. I got bills to pay.
And how did those implications and all those actions make you feel inside?
Unsafe, violated. Like I was the victim, she was the oppressor.
And
what is most striking about it is she was talking about feminism and patriarchy, and here she is doing all the stuff that she's been projecting onto me.
oh no.
Wow. So
Mark, despite Pearl and Doug laughing, we take this matter very seriously. Okay, this is not a laughing matter. Now I do hear you, Mark. You are heard. This is a safe space.
So when you refused her advances, what happened?
I'd rather not talk about it.
That's all we needed to know.
Let's just say physical boundaries were crossed.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. This is
Okay. So what's your opinion on the 29?
You could see me shaking, Mark.
I see you, Sean. I appreciate your support.
It's traumatic.
Okay. So what's your opinion on the 29-year-old DHS sugar baby and the Indian guy? Are they setting an example for men to come forward, after all these years of being silenced and tell their truths?
I think it's opening a path for false accusations to be made by shady characters. It's going to backfire in the face of the loudest proponents of Believe All Women. Karma has the way of coming around and slapping people in the face. So we're going to see a lot of the loudest proponents get false accusations directly or indirectly affect them. More situations like that DHS woman, more situations like that are going to come out into the light. It's going to be revealed. Anywhere else where stuff is happening that's inappropriate. You'll have more disgruntled employees coming up with fake shit. Some will be harder to disprove than others. Because let's be honest, when people see an easy payday, they start to become really clever. So we're going to see a lot more of this happening. Encouraging men to speak their truth it's a double-edged sword, because it's also going to encourage the simps, and we can't have that. That has to stop. We can't have simps coming on here simping for Pearl, saying, she said to speak our truth. Let's be honest. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. For those of us men who want to be men of character, it's going to be tricky to figure out what are we going to do. If we're in a position where we're actually being harassed and we know what happens to men who speak up, how they're viewed, we're going to be in a tricky position. We're going to have to be incredibly wise about how we go forward.
Yeah, I agree. This is just one example where women, they make changes thinking that it's only going to benefit women, thinking that men are just going to stand there and just take it or not utilize it as a tool.
Do you guys think he's going to get money out of it? The Pajit?
Probably not.
Did he actually do a lawsuit or was it allegations at work?
I think they offered to give him $1 million and he turned it down.
What?
Yeah. Not crazy. Before it went viral and stuff.
Well, I could understand the company wanting to avoid the bad press, just wanting to avoid the headache, thinking maybe if we pay him, he'll shut up. At the same time, that's negotiating with the terrorist.
Yeah.
The Believe All Women, accountability before due process, that's a double-edged sword. It's going to bite back really bad, which is why we saw men voicing against it. And the sad part is a lot of the loudest proponents are not going to change their mind. They won't realize it until it bites back really badly.
Is it going to be a case where this is going to happen? So is it going to be the case where this is going to have to happen to more women for anything to be done for the culture to change about allegations in the workplace?
Yeah, it's going to have to personally affect a lot of women for them to start coming on board with what the men have been saying, which was due process. Let's investigate all the claims. It's going to have to personally affect a lot of women.
Have you guys ever been sexually harassed by a female boss?
I have not, but there's this guy that I knew, and this woman kept hitting on him at work to the point where he moved to a different department, and no one would stop this woman from hitting on him. She would go into his office and sit on his desk, and then she was always following him around, always trying to bring him food, all sorts of stuff. And this guy, he just all he could do was and he was former military, a Marine. He was officer in the Marines, so he didn't want to get her in trouble. So he was kind of enduring to not get her in trouble. But he was only there for a year and a half, and then he ended up leaving because of her.
When I was reading the thing about people not believing women, I'm everything women say, it's the opposite. I'd say women sexually harass men at work more than the other way around.
I agree.
And men aren't believed more than women aren't.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, I want to show you guys something. Also, guys, if anyone wants to come on the panel, the link, I did pin it in the description. But you do, in order to come on the show, you have to give us your HR meeting. Have you guys seen this clip? It's bad when a black woman is correcting Bobby Alton.
Jesus.
Are black women getting based? Is this Doug MPA's black queen?
Wait,
we found one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
There's never been a woman president.
Yeah.
That's a problem, don't you think? We should have a woman. I don't know anything.
I don't think it's a problem because we don't know.
You think it'd be bad if a woman was president?
I don't think it would be bad. I think women can accomplish anything, but
okay, but
I think I feel like I'm more happy with a man being president, but maybe if there was a foundation, a man and a woman married, a married couple, where we can even each other out.
Okay.
Men, I think men are more successful with a supporting
Yeah,
wife,
that's a fact.
and I feel like men have leadership skills that I feel like could lead the world. Maybe I don't know about the one that's in office right now, but I'm saying maybe somebody's longer down the line. Somebody,
Next
please
year,
help.
us,
I don't know.
you and me next year.
I want to stop talking about presidency because it's overwhelming me. You know?
I'm gonna stand by. I think I'm a little bit more of a man hater than you are.
Yeah.
I'm quite a man hater.
Yeah.
I just think the world would be better if it was all women, and we didn't need men.
If
to
we're all
procreate.
women, who's hunching us? So we gonna be everybody's carpet munching? Oh,
Okay,
no.
well, imagine sex wasn't a thing. Women just ruled the world.
I mean, we all love each other, but like, so we just don't you don't get tired of? What about we have our own things with us? We have what is it called? Chemical imbalances. Women have chemical imbalances. Sometimes we move off of emotions and the periods, the mental stress and all cramps. Like we're not the nicest people.
Yeah. Okay, I take it back. I don't think we need to get rid of men, but I don't think men should rule the world. Because if you feel safer with the man ruling it, because there's other men in power that are scary. But if there was zero men in power anywhere in the world, there could be men underneath the women. I think women
Not
should be at
the
the top.
world. Maybe just
I just don't
president.
think
a president.
women. Yeah, I just don't think women would like murder innocent people. I just don't think somebody with a maternal instinct would murder an innocent person. But a man is
Women
much
would
more
murder
capable.
innocent.
I don't think so.
things. Women do murder. Child.
They do.
I mean,
okay, fine. Do you believe in astrology?
First off, Sukiyana is disgusting.
There's
Right.
your Black Queen.
But she's based there because, guys, here's the thing. Like this whole okay, women say it's time for men to step aside and let women lead. Throughout history, has anyone in power ever stepped aside and let someone have it? No. Like women can't hold on to this power that they want. What does Andrew Wilson say? Force doctrine. Men would have to let women have power over them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And this whole guys. The Institute of Bullying, which is a think tank in Washington, D.C., says that 80% of workplace bullying is women bullying other women. 55% of women polled said that they would rather work for a male boss than a female boss, and 90% of paralegals say that they'd rather work for a male attorney than a female attorney. Women hate each other, guys.
That's actually how feminism is going to win. Is see the women. There's not going to be enough men because men of honor doing these lawsuits, but I think it'll be women.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who here has seen Bear Grylls The Island, the season?
Oh,
where they
yeah,
did
that was
one
great.
island for men, one for women. Okay. Any women who think they're better in charge than men, they need to watch that. And that shows why men are in charge. Not because we abuse power. We get shit done. We can put our feelings aside to get shit done for the benefit of everybody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna go back to it. Women hate each other, guys. They really do.
Now, speaking of women hating each other, former dancers accuse Lizzo of sexual harassment.
We are hearing from 3 former backup dancers who are suing Lizzo. They accuse the Grammy winner of sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment, and weight shaming. The musician is known for her uplifting messages and for advocacy for body positivity. Their complaint alleges that the Houston native pressured her dancers to engage in a nude photo shoot during her dance competition show on Amazon Prime. The lawsuit also claims they had to attend nude performances and touch nude performers at clubs in the red light district in Amsterdam.
I prematurely decided to resign because of how badly and how quickly things went down. And she basically was attempting to assault me and had to be held back.
She also said, dancers get fired for
Those are
gaining
some
weight,
big
so
ones, aren't they?
basically we should be grateful. and she kind of like looked at me, it definitely left me thinking that, she's.
It's kind of impressive that Lizzo can actually dance at that size, like that any of these women can move like that size.
She's got some concern about my weight.
For future dancers who are coming up behind us, to just know that things that like this, even though they are the norm, it doesn't make it right.
Our sister station in Houston reached out to several representatives for Lizzo. They have not heard back. And at last check, Lizzo has not responded to the lawsuit. It was filed in California, as that is where the dancers now live.
Can I do an update to that story real fast? I found an update.
Yeah.
It says, Lizzo refuses to settle backup dancers' sexual harassment lawsuit. I'm not afraid of the truth. Lizzo was high off her Grammy win for Record of the Year and had just wrapped up her special world tour when she was rocked by former backup dancers accusing her of sexual harassment and fat shaming. Now nearly 3 years have passed, and Lizzo is still fighting for the lawsuit. Although the 38-year-old acknowledged that she could easily put the long-drawn legal battle behind her, Lizzo told Gayle King in a sit-down interview that she has no plans to settle. So she can settle and pay money, but she's not going to do it. I think it's an easy out, but I'm fighting the case because I know that it's not true. They accused her of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. So she's ready to go to court. Take it all the way.
She's trying to protect her need to be right.
Not only that, I would just like to add to that, like, bruv, women gonna learn this when they're actually out here getting it. Like, you just gonna get lawsuits, man. Like, I didn't even know there was a lawsuit for fat shaming. I didn't even know that was a thing. I need to go back to the military because they shamed the hell out of me, when I was fat. So I need to go back and get some lawsuits started. But it goes back to that point that Bonnie girl or whatever was trying to make. Like, they have some idea in their head where they think just because they're women equals good. And that's pretty psychosis. That's pretty delusional. Women commit anything else just like any other human. But they actually believe in that. They actually believe if they were just rule the world, everything would be peaceful. Ask Queen Elizabeth how that worked out. She deleted a lot of people, bro. She was not no punk.
Yeah. And there are times where, like, the freaking the liberal cult would just short circuit. Like, you ever see, there's a guy, I think he's in Chicago, black guy, and he goes to these No Kings rallies or like anti-ICE rallies with a Trump flag. And like, because he's black, they don't touch him. Like, they try to follow him around, but because he's a person of color, so it short circuits their little liberal. Or when a woman accuses another woman of sexual impropriety, it's like the liberal cult short circuits. So they don't know what to do.
Next, we got Katy Perry is under investigation because Ruby Rose had a sexual assault claim.
Katy Perry is facing legal troubles after Ruby Rose accuses the Dark Horse singer of sexually assaulting her more than a decade earlier in an Australian nightclub. Katy, whose rep denies the allegations, is being investigated for the alleged incident. The Victoria Police confirms to E! News. Authorities say in their statement, Melbourne Sexual Offences and Child Abuse Investigation Team detectives are investigating an alleged historical sexual assault that occurred in Melbourne in 2010. Police have been told the incident occurred at a licensed premises in Melbourne's CBD. The statement from officials notes that the investigation is ongoing and it would be inappropriate to comment further at this stage. Ruby first made the allegations against Katy after seeing a video of the pop singer reacting to Justin Bieber's Coachella set on April 11th. The Orange is the New Black alum writes on Threads on April 12th in response to the video, Katy Perry sexual assaulted me at Spice Market nightclub in Melbourne. Who gives a what she thinks? E! News has reached out to Katy's rep for additional comment after the police report filing. Following Ruby's public accusation, Katy's rep denies the allegations made against her in a statement to E! News. The allegations being circulated on social media by Ruby Rose about Katy Perry are not only categorically false, they are dangerous, reckless lies.
Yeah, there's another one. There's another one.
So apparently what she said had happened back in like 2001 or something like that. they were in a nightclub. Ruby Rose had been drinking and put her head in her friend's lap, because she was half asleep. Katy Perry walked up, pulled up her dress, pulled her underwear aside, and dipped her badge on her face. So she woke up with Katy Perry's badge in her face.
Believe all women. We got to believe her.
What? That's one of those where, like, I mean,
are you part of rape culture, Duck? Are you part of the problem?
The thing about it is I wouldn't put it past her at all. I say, hey, I say believe all women in this instance. Let's see how Katy Perry likes it.
What's interesting to me is the timing. Why did it take so long?
20 years, right?
Hey, because victim. Are you trying to victim blame?
Hey, yeah, hold on. Slow yourself down, Mark. You just filed a complaint yourself, so hold on.
Yeah, but it didn't take me 10 years till I became envious of somebody else's success.
Yeah, but what I'm hearing is victim blaming, and we don't victim blame.
Yeah,
we're taking steps forwards, not backwards. Okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry for undermining your efforts for equality in the workplace.
Yeah, apology
that's
accepted.
okay.
Apology accepted.
No, Pearl, it's not. You need to make a post to the public and let them know that you're sorry. We need
Yeah,
a public shaming ritual
on X.
What
on Twitter.
I was actually gonna allow him into a re-education program. There are re-education.
Thinking ahead, Pearl.
Yeah, to deprogram his patriarchal tendencies. So
box check. Yes, smart one. Yeah, there we go.
you will have to pay it. We are the ones running it, but you'll
That's funny.
you'll have to pay us. Well, I think it's $2,000 for the entire program, but you get
No, we'll pay Pearl. That's financial abuse now. So let's not do that to him. Yeah.
Who's teaching it? Is it the woman I filed the complaint against?
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't that be fun?
Hey, but anyways,
because she's Pearl's manager.
I get freaky with it. What can I say? Just best.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what else is going to be, because a lot of things. I told you, women want changes, and just think about how it's going to help women, but not how it can affect women in the long run. And once again, women think that things happened to men, or men were doing things because they were men. Positions of power, it doesn't matter what your race, gender, whatever. You're a target in a position of power, period. So
I'm in court as we speak, actually. Speaking of which.
Damn.
Yeah. Bruh. Yeah. Some guy's ex-wife decided to drag us all to court. He's like, I'm going to speak my truth. And she's like, I'm going to speak mine in court. And now we're all there. It's incredible.
Insane.
Women are incredible.
It shows a lot of short-sightedness. Seeing the short-sighted benefit, but completely ignoring and being oblivious to the long-term cost. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
And it shows
Yeah,
desperation. Go ahead.
Yeah, like Amber Heard now.
Amber Heard. What's the other lady? Maya Khalifa? Like that girl.
Oh yeah, Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, Mia Khalifa, that's her name. Yeah.
Blake Lively.
Yeah. You saw what happened with that.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the first times I've seen a woman get turned over in her tracks. Like usually they get more traction than that from lawsuits.
Yeah, no money's exchanged, no nothing. I think she sued him for a bunch of money and she's not getting anything. So, and then she doesn't have any acting roles or anything lined up at all. I think she's cooked. I think Ryan Reynolds will be fine, but Blake Lively's cooked, man.
Trying to see if there's any other cases I've seen of women do this. Oh, I think tomorrow I might talk about. Anyone see this Candace Owens, Laura Loomer blood bath going on Twitter? Bruh. It's just crazy. How do conservative women gossip so bad about people with a cross in the background? Like, it's just a little like diabolical. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying everybody sins, right? But it's just like one thing to do it in front of a cross. Like, it's kind of like having sex in church. It's like you have to do it here of all places. You know what I mean? It's like, isn't that a little diabolical? I think I'm going to go over it.
Well, here's a question. Are they actually conservative, or are they just virtue signaling because of what it does for their reputation?
Oh, no, they're not really conservative. Well, Laura Loomer doesn't claim to be religious, but Candace Owens, it's obviously not, right? Like, I saw this thing, and it was like a photo shoot. I get offended, even though I'm not that Catholic. I get offended because I grew up Catholic. So I'll see, like, having there'll be a sacred sacrament that, like, when I was growing up meant a lot, you know, and people took seriously. And now I just see women like doing photo shoots with it. And I'm just like, do we have to do all this? You know, it's just, it shouldn't bother me, but I think it does on some level. It's like, it's just because I grew up that religion. So I met people that took it really seriously, and they just would never act like this. Let's see. I want to see if there's any other. Are there any other cases you guys can think of like women falsely accusing women?
Let me look. Guys, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure to hit that super chat button. Do you think guys should tell their truths? Because, you know, we're taking steps forward here. You know, guys, it's your time now.
We're all about we're all about being really equal. Men, put your bitches on alimony, put them on child support. You know, file that lawsuit. Why not? Oh, we have someone here looking to file. Welcome to the show, Barnasphere. Please, what is your? Tell me. This is Human Resources. Tell us your truth. Tell us your story.
I just saw you were live and you're a legend. I wanted to come on. I saw you were talking about a few things earlier in regards to the shifting dynamic of women and men, or what's
in order to get on the panel, you have to. I don't know if you saw the main story, but there is a Pajit who filed harassment against
his female boss.
His female boss. And because we're in the era of letting men speak their truth, you do have to file a complaint to come on the show.
I'll file a complaint. This is a long time ago. I was working as a male nurse, actually, RN.
Oh, here we go.
And it was my first nursing job, which was actually at a long-term care facility, so a nursing home is what we call that. So it was the beginning of my career, and we had this the director of nursing, the Don, as they call it, got fired. They brought a new one in, and there was this. I get it. I understand. We have to get paid. Billing is a thing, but me as a new nurse, I was more, or just as a human, I was concerned. I had CNAs under me, which are like, they're nurses, they're certified nursing assistants. They were under me, and they were spending all their time like typing in how many people to assist, how many people to move, like all of this stuff. And I told her, we got to take care of these patients. We got to get these patients first. And it didn't gel right with the Don. And so she kind of came up to me and confronted me. I guess she thought, I guess in a way I can see how I was maybe testing her. I wasn't trying to test her. I was just trying to get patient care completed because there's old people, they need to get turned, they need to get cleaned. And ultimately, she kind of dressed me down. Okay, fine. I'm new. She's an experienced director of nursing. That's one thing. But then I went into her office to have like a chat with her, kind of a man to man, so to speak. And ultimately, I got fired over this. She said that I she was saying that I was threatening or something, you know, maybe because I'm big, maybe because I'm loud, maybe she took it that way, but it just, I got canned from my first nursing job. It's pretty embarrassing, pretty horrible. I'm not going to beat someone up, particularly a woman, or act like I trapped her in the office. The door was open. What are you talking about? I'm trying to smooth things over, have a conversation with you. But obviously, it was the wrong decision. It's kind of embarrassing, kind of humiliating. And there it is. How's that one?
Wow, that is humiliating.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everyone else was not telling real stories. Sorry.
Oh, was I supposed to make up a story?
No.
I'm a good storyteller. I'm the only one that stole my soul. This is embarrassing.
So we're saying, what would you? Okay, let's say a female boss was sexually harassing you, and you were to go to HR. How would that conversation go? Because how many men do you think are harassed at work and just don't have the courage to come forward? You can be an example for these men to face their fears and come forward, make the world a better place for men that are harassed everywhere.
Yeah,
I was sexually harassed, and I'll tell you, and this is an embarrassing story.
Okay,
but I was nursing, and I was in my scrubs, and this woman, she's looking at this other nurse. She's looking at my how shall we say presentation of my crotch zone. And she wasn't impressed with the package, so to speak. So she was basically going around saying I had a small wiener and encouraging people to look at my wiener from my package. You know, now in my defense, you know, I mean, do we really want to talk about wiener size? No, but it's like I'm trying to be a nurse, and this woman's going around telling everyone I had a small wiener. It's like I didn't even have sex with you. Like, what are you talking about?
Was she black?
Yes.
Girl called it. You know what? I should have caught that. Dang it.
I think she wanted it. I think she wanted it. I think she was kind of testing me. I think the next step was to.
You should have said, "Do you want to find?"
I'll show you. Yeah, do you want to find out and like whip it out? Or
yeah, you missed out. I'm pretty sure that was the black woman's challenge. That's called flirting to her.
Yeah, it was. No, I could see, but I was not interested in her, so I.
Was she fat?
Rightfully so.
Was she fat?
No, I had a woman. I had a woman at the time. No, she was actually kind of attractive in a way.
Challenge is not exclusive to black women.
See, I was just laughing because
I have a story.
Okay, go ahead.
I was flirting with a girl I worked with. She asked me how big I was. I told her, I don't know, never measured. She told me, go measure. I was like, no, if you want to find out, you come over, you measure it. So she insisted. So I sent her a picture of a tape measure on my pillow. She ended up coming over. So this challenge, it's not exclusive to black women.
I had
wait, hold on. You sent a dick pic?
No,
with
I did
the ruler
not.
on it?
No. I sent her a picture of a tape measure. I said, if you really want to measure, you come do it yourself.
And did she?
No, we were too busy for her to even remember about measuring. She came over. We were
came
too
over
busy.
with no measurement. Got it.
Yeah. We were too busy. We never made it upstairs. I'm just saying that this challenge, it's not exclusive to black women. White women do it too, because she was a white girl.
I had a story where
she was a mud shark. Continue.
I had a story where so I got a promotion to a job in the summertime, and then we had a Christmas party in December, and not the boss, but the okay, my whole work unit was at one of our coworkers' house for a Christmas party. And so, we're drinking, have a good time and stuff. So I go into the bathroom and I'm peeing. And like the assistant supervisor, this blonde haired girl, I knew she liked me. Like everybody knew it. So I'm sitting there peeing in the bathroom and she comes into the bathroom and closes the door behind her. And I'm like, hey. And she's like, hi. Now I had just started this promotion. And I was like, and so I looked at it, I washed my hands, and then I walked up the door, I move her out of the way, open the door, and leave. And so, like, I guess everyone saw her go into the bathroom because my best friend at the time, we worked together, and it took her a couple of days to ask me. She's like, well, what happened in the bathroom between you and this person? I said, nothing. I'm not going to risk my job for some chick. And this girl was a ball-busting bitch at work, too. I was like, I'm not doing that. No way. No. See ya.
Sean, all right, you gotta. So someone hits on you at work. Someone goes into your office, closes the door.
Get out.
Starts undressing.
Come on, man. I jump out the window or some shit. Like, what floor are we on?
No, there's no like we're gonna have a conversation about this.
No, I'm just be like, help! And then you just gotta start yelling from the top of your voice, help, bro. That's the best strategy.
Every man for himself.
Because guys, I think everyone on the panel can agree it is not worth messing with a woman at work, especially your boss. Is there any reason in 2026 for a guy to mess around with a coworker, especially in an office, like a fellow employee or a boss? Does anyone disagree with the answer?
Depends.
No.
It depends.
Depends how she looks.
No. It depends. Do you have a backup plan already? If you don't care about that job, you're not going to give a fuck. You're going to have fun, right? Because it's your ego. You're just masturbating your ego at that point. But if you need that job, you're not going to fuck around.
We had one guy call into the show that said when he wants to get girls, he gets a part-time job as like a server or something.
Oh yeah, restaurants. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the job. He can hit on them all he wants, right?
Whatever happened to him? He hasn't called in forever. What was his name again? It started with a D, didn't it?
Dustin?
Yeah, Dustin. Whatever happened to Dustin, man?
Dustin, where you at, man?
Okay. Speaking about the part-time job thing, that girl who challenged me and how big I was, she was working at my second job also. I had a full-time job. That was my second job where I met her.
Was it like a restaurant, a customer service or something like that?
No, I was working at FedEx loading their trailers that they haul city to city. So it was a physically demanding job.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't ugly. She was used to getting attention. She was used to having guys hit on her.
Yeah, guys. If you ever have a daughter, don't ever let her work in a restaurant, dude, because she's gonna be getting piped by one of the cooks or one of the busboys, dude. Do not let. Go ahead.
Yeah, but your daughter's gonna get piped by someone, so maybe put her on a golf course. That's probably just a better. Like the idea that she's not gonna get piped by anybody is just silly.
Yeah, but you know, anyone's better than a restaurant, a restaurant cook or a freaking busboy.
I'd put her on a golf course, or you know what? I went to a few months ago. I went to my dad had box seats, like his friend had, the box like at basketball games or whatever. And there was a girl that brings dessert to it, and it was a fat black woman. And I was thinking, I'm like, wow, you're young. You actually have a cute face. Why do you have to be fat? Like this is you're serving. All the men are going to be so happy to see you. You're bringing dessert. Like this is like you're serving like men that can afford box seats. That's like an expensive, So I'd maybe look at like those private membership club. Put her in there. You know what I mean? She's gonna bang somebody. Better not be the line cook.
Private membership club that has tennis courts.
Yeah.
Something
But
like that.
can you imagine? It's like she's serving like Mark Cuban or like these. He's married, but the equivalent of like a young version. and she's just fat. It's like that would be. You come in with a smile. You got the cookie. You know, you literally give him cookie. Yeah. Anyway,
You know, who would I want my daughter to bang really is an important question. And how do you put what is the ideal mate? I guess like someone in college. I don't know. Where is the perfect job? Maybe I wouldn't want her around rich men, honestly. She might end up like a sugar baby or something, or she may get accustomed to that lifestyle. And normal dudes don't want to pick up a ex sugar baby or someone that lived that lifestyle. It's tough. It's tough being a normal guy.
Hold on.
Well, it depends.
They'll do it.
On how hot she is. Come on now, dude. Like
depends on
guys
what
are willing to
she is.
give up a lot. If she's like a 9 or a 10, she could have kids, herpes, a freaking OnlyFans, and if she's like late 20s, 30, and she's still around the 8 or a 9, there's simps that'll take her.
yeah,
dude.
like
Come
this
on.
girl, she would have if she stopped sugar babying. That's why she got caught. She bagged one of the richest like doctors in New York City post sugar baby. Let me find her. Hold on. She was beautiful though. You remember Doug MPA showed you that girl?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
During
Hold on. If it's your daughter, you're raising her. You could teach her how to catch a simp and how to be grateful for it by showing her women who didn't do that when they were young. So putting her on a golf course actually makes sense. And there's actually a girl who records herself serving drinks on a golf course. She's young, she's pretty, and she knows what the men like. She dresses for the part.
Yeah.
Oh, Pearly, it's right here. I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
Yeah,
I found it. This Asian doctor guy
I remember
married
this
this chick.
story.
Don't put her in basketball. We all know how that ends.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know about softball?
Oh yeah, we don't. That doesn't end.
The
well.
lesbians in softball.
Yes. I didn't know that until like.
Oh yeah, come on, dude.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I wonder which one has a higher carpet munching rate.
It's 100%. 100%.
Yeah, so this-
basketball or softball.
This was her husband, a specialty surgeon, and he married her. Right? You can't tell me it doesn't matter what this girl does on the right. Like she could literally have an OnlyFans, be a prostitute. Somebody will do it.
She was found Miss Connecticut in the U.S.
Yeah, she's just got to go a little older. You know?
Yeah.
I remember this story. I think she was an active prostitute while married. It's
100%, yeah.
former prostitute.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
she just stopped doing the prostitution when she got married, she would have got away with it. And even now, like her name is tarnished and disgraced.
Some guy's gonna take her.
Oh, look at her! Like I don't even blame him. Like,
She was found Miss Connecticut, USA in 2011. Guys, come on.
are you gonna DM her?
I'm gonna look it up. I want to see where she's at now. 2011 Miss Connecticut.
She's saying, she's available.
$675,000 in cash deposits from 2015 to 2021. Yeah. Yep.
But she did it for the game because she was financially taken care of. She just liked being a professional working girl.
Some
Or
women
maybe
are-
she
Respect.
Some women are hookers for the love of the game. It's not really about.
Yeah, and check if she had a dad. She probably did. So that's why I say, like, bro, just let it fly. Raise your kids the way you want to raise it, and stop thinking about it. Stop trying to, what is it called? Broker deals for their coochie. Like
Listen
they're
to
gonna
this.
do what they're gonna want to do. Period.
They got married in 2015, right? And so while they were married from 2015 to 2021, $675,000 from prostitution.
Here's my question. Why couldn't she just do that lifestyle with her husband? That way she gets the excitement without sacrificing her marriage.
Because she just wanted multiple dicks to enter her, I think.
Yeah, and the money. I think that she wanted the money more than anything.
I think she just loved whoring. You know what I mean? Like she
Yeah,
gets
she might love the game.
sugaring. It's like they get to go on all these trips with the highest status men in all of New York City. Like
Keep her
if
book
she
open.
wanted, she could hang out with Trump one week, Elon Musk another week. I mean, I don't know if they
Dubai.
Yeah, but the equivalent of that, like dudes that cool. So it's like, and now you're saying be satisfied with one cool guy? She could never.
Yeah, makes sense.
She doesn't. I think, wants her independence, and she doesn't want a man, even if he's a whale. He's an attractive Asian dude, surgeon, New York City. I mean, does it get any better? No is the answer. But she just kept doing it. But the truth is, a girl like that is so pretty. I mean, a dude like me, if she came to me and was just like nice to me and smiled, it's just, I can't resist that. I mean, let's be honest. I've never had a chick that level like want me. If she gave me the look, I mean, I'm being honest. You know, I'm average at best. A chick like that, I could forgive anything as long as she could just be nice with me and make appearances.
There it is, right there, guys. At least he's honest.
Yeah.
How can you say no to that? She's so pretty. I'm trying to look for a current picture.
And
I think the only thing that would stop most guys is HIV, and then there's probably about 56.
That won't stop them. Cut it out.
Percent of guys that will still do that.
Yeah, man, the medicine nowadays is pretty good. You know,
I told you, bro.
you got to take some. What's that stuff? Prep. You got to take prep.
Here's what I would say. She'd have to give up her past, give up social media as proof of loyalty. Then I might take her. If she won't give up her
Come
social
on, you know
media-
she ain't doing that, man.
This is a rental economy, okay?
Well, okay. She wants me to be loyal. Well, I want her to be loyal. So the question is, will she give up her social media as proof of loyalty? Will she sacrifice it? If she
How
won't,
you even know
no.
if she wants you to be loyal like that? You don't know.
She doesn't care.
Hold on. What's the female fantasy? A man that other women want, but only she gets to fuck. Come on.
That ain't that ain't what they get. That ain't their fantasy. That ain't their damn fantasy.
Yeah, she's fried now. Now she doesn't care about loyalty. I mean, do you think?
If that was their fantasy, they wouldn't do that with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's still scoring. He's still doing him. Like that's
All
not
right.
their fantasy.
Nuke's on the panel. What's up, buddy?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's up? Are we
Problem is
talking
she-
about the doctor that found out his girl used to do OnlyFans or cam stuff?
Well, so first off, we were talking about the Indian guy who felt the need to say his truth because his horrible female boss was making him into
Hashtag believe all men.
Yes.
Hashtag believe all men.
So Nuke, we're the HR department, and you're coming
Uh-huh.
to us to report your female boss harassing you. Please share your truth with us.
Please share your truth.
How did that
For
conversation
any, of
go?
you guys, for any of you guys that are working a 9 to 5 or used to work a 9 to 5, how many times did you guys have to do sexual harassment training?
A lot.
Once a year?
Every 3
once a
months.
month or once
Yeah,
every
I think
3
it's like
months,
twice
which
a
was
year or
annoying.
something like that.
Yeah, I still do it, and I don't even work with women. So I was like, what? But yeah, there is no really robust system of reporting this stuff. And honestly, they offered him $1 million to just shut up about it. Would you guys take the money?
Yeah, I would have cracked. I would have taken $1 million. I'm not gonna lie.
If someone said, "Hey, dude, you're gonna make the company look bad, and share prices and all that stuff," can you just take $1 million and shut up about it? So why do you guys think he's like not taking the money?
I
Because
think
he
he
can get
wants
more money.
I think he wants more. I think he asked for 10 million and they offered him 1. Because I'd imagine his lawyer gets a cut. So it's probably
Okay.
not that
Yeah,
much.
his lawyer's probably in his ear or something and say, "Hey, you can
He's
win the
probably
case."
looking at the settlements other women got.
Yeah. He
Probably.
will not be silenced. All
I mean,
right.
Shannon Sharp, the girl that Shannon Sharp was involved with, got what, like 30 million?
Yeah. Yep.
So
That's
Nuke,
preposterous.
Nuke, how would you report? So like they were a human resources, you got to tell your truth.
Yeah.
How would you report?
We've heard that certain things have been going on with you and your side of the building or your department, and now's the time to share what's going on.
I mean, like, I'm the victim, or I saw it. Like, I saw it with my eyes.
No. Your horrible female boss has been coming on to you and making your life hell.
Onto me. Well, okay. Step one, I try to leverage it in my favor by getting extra days off, or
No, but how would the conversation go? So let us know your experience. Tell your truth.
You just gotta be honest. Just say, hey, I think she's great, but I'm not comfortable with this comment and this comment. So,
okay,
you know what?
okay.
You know what? Most men, their last straw is with this stuff. It's when your boss starts insulting your wife or girlfriend. That's when most men are like, "Fuck this bitch." really, no, because man, we our ladies honor whenever when we have a flirty boss, we feel good because it's for our ego. But then when she starts insulting like your lady at home or something, you're just like, fuck this bitch, and then you kind of report her or something. That's what I've seen when I was in the military. I saw that a couple times.
So it's more like if you were going to do a bullshit lawsuit, how would you play it? Like if you were to use the tactics women use.
Oh, well, I would just act super stressed, like I can't focus on my job.
Okay, so do that right now. So tell HR about what this experience with this woman makes you feel, what you've been going through. Like example, say, you know what, this woman's treatment, I'm not able to sleep at night. I'm emotionally distressed. I've been having to see a therapist.
Yeah. So
I avoid her. I avoid her at the office. I have to take the long way around the building. Stuff like that. I would say stuff like that. Like,
okay, we'll try it again. We're gonna start over. So, Nuke, welcome to our office. I know that you seem stressed out recently, so we're giving you the space and the time to speak your truth.
Yes. So recently, I noticed that my manager has been coming on to me, and she touched my thigh, and I don't know how I feel about that. I feel a little bit pressured. I think it's unfair that I work so hard and I got to get disrespected like this at this company. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it straight.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Like this isn't a serious company. You got to throw that in there. Like this isn't a serious workplace. And honestly, I fear for my safety as a man. You gotta throw in safety in there too. I don't feel safe.
Yeah. I'm really sorry to hear that. Thank you for opening up emotionally to us.
Yes, and I always thought JP Morgan was about professionalism, but I'm not sure. Don't worry, I won't say anything, but please, you gotta give him that soft threat.
Yeah.
I won't go to the authorities or the journalists. I'll keep it in house. I promise.
Pretty good. I like it. It's good method.
Yeah, you gotta talk about you gotta kind of soft threaten the what do you call it the image of the company, and they'll up that 1 million to probably 2 million, and then you can make a clean exit. And then you work for another company.
So Nuke, so we talked about the 29-year-old DHS sugar baby, where her sugar daddy, who didn't know he was her sugar daddy, told his truth to her boss, and now she's getting fired. And then this guy. So, do you think that this is setting an example where men should just open up and say their truth, especially when it comes to allegations against women? Believe all men, right? What do you think?
Yeah, well, the way we're stronger than women, so it's hard for us to even tell if we're being hit on, or because we don't feel threatened, we just don't. I think honestly, from a legal perspective, the way women threaten us is by our career. So like a woman will say like, "Oh, you're going to have sex with me on this table, or else I'm going to tell everyone that you touched me." That's what happens to men. So don't doubt that the woman threatened him with his career or reputation destruction, because that's what women do, is reputation destruction, in order to get sexual favors from him. And he just got tired of it, or I don't know, whatever it is. But most likely as a guy, you're going to be threatened with your reputation. And since everyone believes women more, you're going to be scared because holy shit, I'm just doing my job. It's not my fault I'm handsome and I'm muscular. And you're fucked because what do you do in that situation, right?
Wear a body cam.
Okay,
there you go, body cam.
Okay, Nuke, is there any circumstance in 2026 where a guy should mess around with a female coworker or a female boss?
When he's on the way out of the company and he's sure of it.
So 2 weeks notice. The last 2 weeks is game, right? It's all good.
Yeah, if you're on your way out, because even if something happens, the company will be like, "Well, he's on his way out, whatever." It's less paperwork if we just let him go. And then if you're the boss. If you own the if you own the company, you're pretty much
No,
safe.
Wait, what?
That's
Even
a lot
then,
of headache. That's a lot of headache.
yeah, but even then, like they're coworkers, it's better just to not mess around unless or it's a throwaway job. Like if you work at like Dickies Sporting Goods or McDonald's, who cares? It's a throwaway job. It's minimum wage. If you get fired, something happens, you just go to another McDonald's. Like, but if you got a lot riding on the line, you worked hard for that career. It's just not worth it. So
I got an idea. You have a full-time job. You get a part-time job as a gym trainer, as a personal trainer. The women are coming in half naked already. You get to see the goods without
there
even
you
having to
go.
pay for it.
Boom. There you go. So
Nuke, I'm actually curious your answer to this question. So Candace Owens is asking if men should get married and risk divorce grape or avoid divorce but risk an essay charge. Candace Owens asked this to the Manosphere.
Put the question.
What are my options?
So get married.
So the way she's framing it, it's like she's saying, "Oh, if you guys don't get married, you could get an essay charge."
But you can get
Or
an
an
essay
avoid
charge anyway.
divorce.
Yeah, I don't think that's an either or, but
Yeah, it's not an either or. Marriage doesn't protect you from an SA charge.
Mark,
Yeah.
relax. It's a
In
woman
fact-
who asked the question.
In
Remember.
fact, your wife can put an essay charge against you.
Yeah, in fact, that was like all the people interviewed in our divorce dog. Like, they
Yeah.
all-
Guys got to understand that when it's divorce time, she can tell the judge and with her lawyer behind her a lot of crazy things about you. Right? I saw a video today where a guy was talking to his kid in the car, and he was the kid was crying. It was a little girl, it broke my heart. She was like 4 or 5. She was like, I love mommy and I love you too, daddy. And dad was like, no, it's okay to love both of us. We're just divorced. Trying to explain to her with the camera, with a phone recording this whole thing. And a lot of guys are just like, oh, he's leading the charge. This is exactly how you parent. I'm like, he's uploading that video because he's in the middle of a custody battle. He's fighting for his kid because his mom is destroying his reputation. So what men do is they upload videos of them being really good to their kids and explaining that their mother isn't bad, so he gets a chance at custody. It's a new strategy they're doing. So yeah, it's sad, but at the end of the day, when divorce comes, she can say or do anything. She can say you touched your own kids funny, or you allowed this, or you allowed that. So really, it's like telling would you rather get a lion scratch your face or to get tackled by a bull? I'm like, the lion isn't going to stop at just scratching your face. The lion will do whatever it takes to destroy you if they want to. So it isn't controlled demolition there.
Yeah,
So
they said that one of the biggest things in divorce court now is a guy has to show that he's fathering a child. So like you have to know who your kids' doctors are or who your kids' teachers are. Because they'll be like, he's not a good father because he doesn't even know who the doctor the kid goes to, or he doesn't even know who his football coach is. So guys have to like show that they're a parent in court now. It's insane.
And the false allegation would be worse from your wife because she knows more about you. It's like
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp, he got his false allegation and it's done. But I mean, it's like obviously it was expensive, but it's like the wife can drag it out for 18 years. Like we had one guy in the documentary. How many false allegations did the one guy have, Doug?
43.
43 false allegations.
holy shit!
She went to every-
sexual assault?
Yeah, because what happens is you restart a case with every allegation.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's like an
Okay.
incentive to just keep filing them.
Yeah, she went to every single law enforcement type of agency or organization that you can go to and put allegations. This is,
What the
city,
hell?
county, state, federal. She went to federal law. It was crazy.
Yeah, like a girl that you don't know. It's like I don't know. It seems like the wife would be way worse because she could just hurt you on a deeper level.
and
she
like
knows more about you.
And like another thing that we learned from the documentary is one of the biggest mistakes that men make in divorce. Because Pearl says it the best: women are not the nurturing gender, men are. Women are not the romantic gender, men are, right?
Yes.
When you go into divorce, your wife is your freaking enemy, guys.
That's what Terrence Bob says. Yeah, it's
when
war.
she files from that point forward, and so many guys are like, but I just want things to be amicable and I want things to work out for the best. She is your enemy, guys. Period. Treat her like that because she's coming for your neck. She's coming for your neck. She wants your head on a stake. She wants her pound of flesh. And a lot of guys will be against their wife is a rabid dog in divorce, and they're still trying to make it, to take the higher ground and make things amicable. No.
The one of the best strategies I've seen is just to shut the hell up, like the power of shut the fuck up. So, for example, what they'll do is, and this is with their lawyer, they'll say, "Hey, you're dating a new guy, right?" And she'll say, "Yes." Start posting lots of pictures of you with the new guy, right? And then if the husband gets jealous, he'll have a crash out, and that crash out you can justify more custody, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta, as a divorced guy, or in the process, right? You have to practice a level of stoicism, where you have to realize that everything she does at that moment is a strategy. And she's strategizing against you because she's trying to make you look bad and crash out.
We also learned that you can't be too stoic in court because then you don't care. You don't want to be a parent, but then you can't be too emotional because then you're seen as crashing out and erratic. So you have to read the room each time and be able to do that balancing act. See, women can fully emote, but men can't.
Personally, I think the winning. I mean, I'm not divorced or ever planning to get divorced, right? But the way I look at it is every case is different, every state is different, and every woman is different. But when it comes down to being divorced, I would say the winning condition is that the kids are all right. And I know that sounds lame because a lot of guys are not sure that a woman raising the kids these days is all right because of all the boyfriends she's gonna cycle through the house and her behavior. But what I say is that personally, instead of fighting that custody battle with every piece of money I have, I would just put that money in a college fund or a high yield savings account that I would spend on trying to fight for custody of my kids, wait till they're around 17, 18, give them the money and say, if you want to go to college or buy a house or buy whatever, here it is. Call me for whatever you need. And over time, women will, kids are not stupid. They'll realize over time that mom was crazy and that you were okay. It may take them a couple years, but they'll be adults longer than they are kids. And I've seen many cases where women and men grow up and around 27. They're like, wait a minute, dad was all right. He tried his best. He sent me a whole bunch of money and he's showing up at all my birthdays or events or whatever as an adult. So maybe mom was the crazy one. And then you get them for the rest of the 50 years they're alive. And I think that's better than becoming broke just to be there for 10 years of their life. But, that's an unpopular opinion. I get a lot of pushback on that, but I understand why.
It makes sense to me.
We had one girl in our documentary that she was 28 and figured out her mom did the silver bullet divorce. She found it on Google, the silver bullet divorce, and realized her mom did that.
What is that?
There's a book called How to Destroy a Man, and it details the process of using a false allegation and how to ruin a man's reputation and take his money and his kids and basically everything. And there's a manual on how to do it. And most lawyers use it basically to ruin guys. And anyways, she figured out her mom falsely accused her dad of abuse. And she used to think her dad was abusive until she woke up in her late 20s and figured out that he wasn't.
But we could be real that most people don't. Most people never realize. Most people don't come back to the father. And that's just most cases. People just love their mother. It don't matter if they were a crack fiend. She was still a black queen. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the concession is always to the mother. I just say fight for your kids in any shape, form, or fashion, and just fight the fight. That's it. I would never say throw in the towel and then hope in the long run maybe they'll come back around. And kids are kids. They're not going to always come back around. Who knows? But all you need to know is you did your best, and that's all you can do. Period. Leave the rest up to the other people.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Do we have examples where the man used the woman's psychology against her to get her to crash out so he wins the case?
I'm sure Pearl
Yeah.
knows a couple of guys.
I mean, all a guy has to do is just move on, get a different girlfriend, dude. That's it.
A younger
Right.
one.
Yeah,
Get
dude.
the woman to crash out so she loses her court case so that man ends up winning.
The pettiest thing I've ever seen was a guy got divorced and then he got custom checks with a picture of him and his new girlfriend on them. So he would send child support payments with a picture of them to the wife. It's so petty, but I'm like, wow.
There is one guy that said you can use the CPS system on her new boyfriend if she has one. So like the same like false allegation system. He said it's immoral, but it's not illegal. You can use it on the new boyfriend that's like around and basically say that she's endangering the child with the new boyfriend. And then fight like I think it's that's what it was, right? Doug MPA?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. And so it's like if your son's at like a public place, they just need one or two witnesses to say like to call in and say that he was abused or daughter by the new boyfriend. And then you take that to court. And then I think it maybe goes to the other parent. There's something like that. I don't remember the ins and outs, but
yeah,
he said it's immoral, but not illegal. And they're being immoral to you. So
yeah, guys, we're in the process of making this documentary, but we got some really good stuff, man. Like, you know, we're not going to share all of it here, but when it comes out, make sure to check it out. We'll keep you guys posted because there's some good stuff in there, man. We got some experts dropping some truth bombs in there. Some good stuff.
Hey, Pearl, what about releasing the documentary on Father's Day as a gift to all the fathers who were cheated?
It's a little bit too far away, possibly, but I don't think it won't be done editing till August. So that would put us, I think Father's Day. What day is that? Yeah, it's in June. So then, yeah, we'd have to wait till next June. And I'm kind of wanted to get it out sooner. So we're thinking Christmas or Valentine's Day.
All right, guys. Well, I got to go. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nuke.
See ya.
Well, that's all I really. Is there any other stories you want to go over today, Doug MPA?
You can do Stefan Diggs.
Oh yeah,
beating that allegation from that.
Why don't you tell me about this? Because I don't really. That's just too. I just feel like
I'm not. I don't know the specifics of it, but I can. Let me try and find an article on it real fast so we can. I know that it was his former chef, and she tried to say that she wasn't paid, and he choked her and stuff like that, and none of it was true. Found not guilty.
There we go. Stefan Diggs found not guilty on strangulation and assault charges. Now eyes NFL free agency. The American Criminal Court system is about proving someone is guilty because otherwise they should be found not guilty. And apparently that's how it was for Stefan Diggs on Tuesday. In a classic case of he said, she said, the burden of proof was on the state to prove he did indeed choke and assault his female chef last December 2nd, as she claimed to the police and on the stand during a 2-day trial. The burden of proof was obviously not met based on the jury's verdict.
Madam Forelady, has your jury agreed upon a verdict?
Yes.
On count 1, strangulation or suffocation, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On count 2, the charge of assault and battery, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Madam Forelady, members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court has recorded it. Upon your oath, you say that the defendant is not guilty of the count of strangulation or suffocation and not guilty of the count of assault and battery. So say you, Madam Forelady?
Yes.
So say all members of the jury?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Gers. Please be seated for a moment. Everyone,
I didn't follow the case, but it just seems.
What's his chef look like?
She's hot, actually.
She's
She's got quite
She's a B-dub,
shape.
dude. Enough said.
She's got a shape on her. She's got a very nice body. Maybe not the
And,
best. in
and
shape.
honestly, dude, a lot of guys, they go through something like this and would like stay away from women. That's
Yeah.
not going to be Stefan. I guarantee you, he's going to have 4 more kids after this.
Was Cardi B's child not his, or was it his? It
was his. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? I
Yeah.
heard it was actually Offset's.
Was it? Hold on. Cardi.
Oh, this is why I know this guy's name. This is Cardi B's baby daddy, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Okay, this
And
is
he got dropped too.
This
He
is the
just lost
chef.
his contract. He doesn't have a job currently.
This
She
is-
doesn't look that good there, but look at a picture of her standing up with the spandex on or the leggings with
kinda
makeup on.
You have a crush on her, huh?
Wait, well, look, she's got a great figure. She really does. And as far as Stefan Diggs goes, I know you want to look cool and keep it real, but like, bro, cornrows and that
it's his
scraggly
baby.
goatee gotta go. They gotta go, especially when your life is on the line. It's his
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, it's his kid.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's here.
I'm curious why she
chef?
accused him. Did he turn her down?
No, he was banging her, but then she said it was assault because it didn't go her way, I guess. Let's see.
So she didn't want to take the L of a situationship?
No,
I read a few.
Yeah, go ahead.
I read a few things. It looks like extortion.
Oh,
really.
wait.
It
I
really
may have
looks
been
like they
wrong.
extorted him.
But I
do
only
you got?
see a Facebook post about the DNA test. So maybe it wasn't his. DNA test reveals Cardi B's last kid with Stefan Diggs. Baby Brim belongs to Offset. Okay. But that's a Facebook post. So I don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's so hard with this ghetto stuff. You just can't keep up. It's like I heard Blueface and Krishan, like the kid wasn't Blueface's,
Oh my god.
but I don't really know because it's like, again,
I know a guy that raised a kid for 12 years. And then he finally got the test and found out it wasn't. And he talks about the time when he thought he had his son. And I don't know how he
does
goes
he
through
want,
life.
does he want to come in my documentary? I need someone with that story. I'm dead serious. I actually do. I'm looking for someone that happened to.
I'll ask him how should I contact you?
Email me at doug@theaudacitynetwork.com. I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay.
And I'll send me an email and have him reach out.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, that's all I got today. Doug MPA, you got anything else?
Nope. I'm good. I guess we can final thoughts it now, guys. If this is the time to say your truth, guys. If a woman's, and press charges. If a woman breaks your stuff, if a woman, won't leave your house, press charges, guys. This being the supposed morally superior to turning the other cheek. Women call that patriarchy and misogyny. So say your truth, guys. If you're getting harassed, hey, hell, if you want to get ahead and there's some woman in your way at work, make an allegation against her. Get that promotion, kings.
Or hey, or even if she did nothing, why stop?
Yeah. Yep. It's your time, guys.
But not you, Doug MPA. All right, Sean, you want to do final thoughts?
Yeah. I know everybody was joking here today, but Mark, I want to say that your complaint was heard. We're going to run it up through the chain of command, and we take this stuff very serious because men need to be heard, and we respect you saying your side of the story. We appreciate it, Mark.
Thank you, Sean. It feels nice to be heard for once.
Also, what should I call you? Him, her, they, she, it, what?
Sir,
Sir, thank you.
let's be pretentious about it.
I think Your Majesty would be better, actually. Thanks, Sean. Mark, you want to do your final thoughts?
False allegations are going to happen. You can't really stop them. Just be smart. Try to have witnesses around you. If you're interacting with the female coworker or boss, try to have another witness around too, if possible. False allegations, if you're the one making them, they have a nasty habit of coming back to bite you in the butt. So I wouldn't advise you to do that, but it's up to you.
Thanks, Mark. Barnosphere, you're pretty funny. You should call in more often.
I absolutely will. Thanks for that. So I disagree with Mr. Audacity or whatever his name is, and I disagree with you, Miss Pearl. You are encouraging men to press charges and teach these women a lesson and really just fight fire with fire. But at the end of the day, you just can't teach a woman. Even if you press charges, if she did something to you and you can get a bag out of it, yes. But just to be punitive, just to get your lick in, it's pointless, because at the end of the day, her mind is still going to say that is the bad guy and I didn't do anything wrong. And you know that her friends are going to back her up with that. And that's just the way it is. So thank you so much. I will come back next time. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
please
look for that email. Absolutely.
Call in. That was funny. All right, like MPA, final thoughts?
Yeah, you guys, once again, press charges, make allegations, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Let's give the women want to be men. Let's give them the full experience of what it's like, for research purposes, of course. I say go for it. Now's your time, guys. Tell your truth. There are thousands of men out there who are afraid to speak up against all the horrible things that females are doing in the workplace. So you have to set an example for other men to follow. So allegations, press charges, go for it, guys.
Thanks, Doug MPA.
See ya.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back to streaming. I appreciate you guys tuning in as usual. Let me think. Tomorrow, I think I'll stream tomorrow. What's tomorrow? We on Wednesday. Doing this doc has got me all messed up. So tomorrow, yeah, I can stream tomorrow. So around the same time, around 6. I might go a little earlier, a little later. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.